Perth City Farm is many things. Everyone who comes here remarks on how relaxing the environment is, and a lot of people come here just to relax and get out of that hustle and bustle of the city environment. Obviously we're a farm, so we're growing crops for people to eat. We've got programs with people with disabilities. We've got programs with a new building that's happened next door, St Bartholomew's, which is for people who are having housing troubles. People come here with the gardening club on the Saturday mornings. There's a lot of volunteers here on the Thursday, and a lot of them are coming here to learn more about what they can do at home in their own gardens. As you know, plants provide everything we ever needed, from the very oxygen we breathe through to petrochemicals, the generator forces that we use to create electricity, computers, cars, petrol, roads. So plants are involved in everything we ever use, so the obvious solution to any sustainability issues is more plants. Now, anyone could be doing this anywhere. You could have a small operation in your front yard. I've seen sprouting operations in half a laundry. Personally, any tiny space I see anywhere, any vacant space, I see farms. Vertical gardening is a wonderful way to go. For instance, a trellis on your balcony, you can increase your garden space by 2-4 square metres. Now, a person intensively growing 4 square metres of garden can produce all of their vegetable needs on 4 square metres of garden. And you can create that on an apartment balcony quite easily. You know, you can run pumpkins up trellises onto rooftops. It's a wonderful way to utilise the roof space that's otherwise not being used. It'll reduce the heat sink, cool the house down, and you can grow a crop of pumpkins on your roof. One of those 200-litre blue plastic barrels, you can get up to 300 potatoes out of one of them. That's a footprint of under half a square, I'd say about 1/4 of a square metre. So, you know, if you were to get 300 potatoes out of the ground, you'd need a substantial area, but you can fit one of those blue barrels on your balcony. I've got a little fantasy that every office, in their window, they have a little window box with, you know, a few lettuces, maybe some chives, spring onions, possibly a tomato, and that when people come to work, they can just bring their cheese and their bread, and they can go and put the rest of the salad in from their office window. Tips for people who want to start their own gardens. I've got 3 words: compost, compost, compost. Western Australia has recognised by the United Nations as basically having the worst growing conditions on the planet. But there is an advantage to that. If you can grow stuff here, you can grow stuff anywhere. I would also like to add, it strikes me as amazing the amount of weeds that are not only good food, but good medicine as well. There's only 2 or 3 weeds that I know of that I don't know a use for, and I'm sure I'll find one. But it does strike me as fascinating that if, say, there was an economic collapse and the shops were shut, people could be starving to death while they're surrounded by food. As well as supplying cafes, we supply all of our volunteers and participants every day here at Perth City Farm. We supply everyone with a wonderful meal, lunch, that is usually a range of salads. You know, you'll have your Caesar salad, you'll have your coleslaw type salad, plus whatever else is available. And it's always a feast, and everyone gathers together, and very healthy for you. I'm here just to grow food. I just love growing food. I think there's nothing better in the world.